Alright, so the elephant that is still in the room, but should definitely be in the graveyard, today we have to talk about the pot roast god, David Lucas. Once a staple on the internet circus act known as Kill Tony, David showed up to do his first minute and begged Tony Hinchcliffe to be a regular, and then asked the camera directly to find him a manager or an agent. It was pathetic, but at the time, it was charming, because let's remember, Kill Tony hasn't always been the powerhouse podcast that it is today. And back then, they would have taken a retard trying to bite his ear for 60 seconds as a regular if it made Joe Rogan laugh. But David came in with the half-hearted jokes for 60 seconds each week, but he called Tony gay multiple times during his interview. So Kill Tony's dumb viewers thought this guy was edgy. And let's be honest, it was about time someone fired back at Mrs. Hinchcliffe. That catty bitch needed a what for back then. Especially considering Tony was irrelevant and still shitting on comedians who he would share the stage with right after the show. Not that Tony is relevant today for stand-up comedy as it is, but you get it. So it's 2025 and David Lucas is officially the worst comedian since Brendan Schaub. I mean, he's not even good at roasts like people want to believe. And he's also someone with a million things to make fun of, so you can see his self-esteem trickle out of his face with every drop of sweat like Shaq at the free throw line. David is a constant miss. From that abomination of a podcast appearance with 17-year-old Matan Evan, to him appearing as a guest on Kill Tony and the Harlan Highway, to then opening the Kill Tony podcast the following week. And I can tell you from my research, not one comment about David has been positive. In fact, most people simply skip those episodes featuring David Lucas. Now, of course, we all watch Matan make him look like a fool, but Harlan mistakenly having him as a guest and Kill Tony having him on the panel in the same 2 weeks is crazy. Considering this poor excuse for a man that can't even wipe his own ass doesn't have anything to promote, and even if he did, we don't care. In conclusion, David Lucas is so bad at comedy he was once opening for the great Brendan Schaub. And now, he is Brendan Schaub. He is simply a grown-up 4th grader telling yo mama jokes trying to claim he's a comedian that writes cerebral jokes. If that's all it takes, we are all comedians. Congratulations. Anyways, I suppose it's time David Lucas starts putting in some job applications. I'd hate to find out that his parents are still supporting his dream when it's clear he shouldn't be doing anything other than standing outside of a club taking tickets. But, until the next one.